Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. My name is Miss Candace. Does anyone remember what we were talking about last time we visited? That's right, we were learning about the organs in our bodies. And today we're going to continue to learn about the organs in our bodies with the help from the OrganWise Guys. Are you ready? Hearty and Sir Rebrum have been challenged by the Kidney Brothers to teach all of you kids about something called cardiovascular disease and strokes. Do you kids think you're smart enough to learn these things? I do. Let the challenge begin. Let's break down these big words so we can understand them a little bit better. Does anyone know what the word cardio means? Here's a hint. Cardio exercises get your heart pumping. So what might cardio mean? Very good. Cardio means your heart. Okay, so what might vascular mean? Here's another hint. Your vascular system is made up of long, skinny tubes that carry blood to and from your heart and throughout your entire body. Do you know what vascular means? It means arteries and veins. And finally, what does disease mean? That's right, it means sickness or illness. So cardiovascular disease means the sickness of your heart, arteries, and veins. Think of your arteries as the long, skinny balloons, like the ones circus and carnival clowns tie into animal shapes. There are some that are big and some that are tiny. This is how Hearty likes them, stretchy and clean as a whistle. To keep them this way, we must continue to eat healthy and get lots of exercise. But what happens when we say, well, we're just kids and we can eat what we want, and we'll eat healthy when we get older? That kind of thinking will make your arteries and veins look like rusty old pipes. They get all clogged up with plaque from cholesterol. When this happens, they lose their stretchiness, and it is hard for Hearty to pump blood through them, and that causes problems for Hearty and Sir Rebrum.
I have a short demonstration for us. We're talking about clean arteries and arteries that have cholesterol that builds up into plaque. And when our arteries have plaque built up into them, the blood doesn't move as easily through those arteries. So here you'll see on this side we have a clean open artery, and on this side it's got plaque built up in it. So you'll notice on the clean side, a normal healthy artery, the blood moves quickly to the top. And on the side that has plaque, the blood moves more slowly and also can even stop. I'll show you that again. This same thing can happen inside the human body, okay? And when this happens inside of our bodies, it can lead to chest pain, heart attacks, and stroke.
Now that we understand the difference in clean versus clogged arteries, let's talk about what foods we eat that cause our arteries to be that way. Do you see that first picture? Look how sad Hearty looks. Hearty is sad because his arteries are clogged. His human has been eating high-fat, fried, fatty foods like butter, potato chips, French fries, and other unhealthy foods every day, which causes the body to produce bad cholesterol, and the arteries and veins begin to clog up. But what happens if we eat mostly healthy foods? Then we have nice, clean, and healthy arteries and veins, and a safe and happy Hearty and Sir Rebrum. So what is the worst thing that can happen to Hearty when our arteries get clogged? That's right, a heart attack. This doesn't mean someone is actually attacking the heart. It just means that one of the tiny tubes that feed blood back to the heart has gotten clogged up and stops the blood flow. This causes the heart to panic and have a heart attack. So now that we know about heart attacks, what happens to the brain when our arteries get clogged? So Rebrum wants kids to know that cardiovascular disease doesn't just affect Hearty, but it affects him too. When this happens to the brain, we call it a stroke. A stroke is an attack to the brain. The arteries that feed blood to the brain get clogged up and blood can't get through them. Then, bam, a stroke happens. Strokes affect the body a little different than you might think. If you have a stroke on the left side of your brain, this causes the right side of your body to not function properly. But if you have a stroke on the right side of your brain, then the left side of your body is affected. How many of you go grocery shopping with your parents? Are you allowed to pick out your own snacks? How many of you go for the fruits and vegetables for your snacks? Let's take a trip to the grocery store with Miss Fawn.
Hello, thank you for accompanying me on a trip to the grocery store today. So Hearty and Sir Rebrum have been teaching us about cardiovascular disease and how high-fat foods can cause our arteries and veins to get clogged up and look like rusty old pipes. So today we're on a quest for healthy snacks. We're gonna go in the grocery store and there's so many options to choose from. How will we know what to do? I know, we can make it a game. So we'll look at some foods, we'll talk about how much fat is in those choices, and then you can give me a thumbs up for a healthy snack or a thumbs down for an unhealthy snack. Are you ready? Let's go. What about water? Water has 0 grams of fat. Is water a healthy choice or an unhealthy choice? Water is definitely a healthy choice. The Kidney brothers love water. Here we have French fries. We take these home and cook them in oil. A large order of French fries has 23 grams of fat. 23 grams of fat is 5.5 teaspoons, okay? 5.5 teaspoons of fat. Do you think that's a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? It is definitely an unhealthy snack, but I'll give you a tip. If you cook these French fries in the oven instead of frying them in fat, it reduces a lot of the fat content. So these can be a healthy snack in moderation if we cook them in a way that isn't in oil. Here we have some low-fat pretzels. 20 pretzels make up a serving. In a serving of low-fat pretzels, there is 1 gram of fat. 1 gram of fat is equivalent to about 1/5 of a teaspoon. So are low-fat pretzels a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? Pretzels are definitely a healthy snack. A candy bar like this has about 24 grams of fat. So that is almost 5 teaspoons, okay? About 4.5 teaspoons of fat. Does that make a candy bar a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? Definitely an unhealthy snack. What about an apple? An apple has 0 grams of fat. So is an apple a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? An apple is definitely a healthy snack. What about a banana? A banana has 1/2 gram of fat, which is the same weight as half a paper clip. Okay, 1/2 gram of fat. or it's also the equivalent of 1/10 of a teaspoon. So that's like that much of the spoon. Okay, so is a banana a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? What do you think? Banana is thumbs up. It's a healthy snack. Here we have carrots and a low-fat ranch. So if we have 5 carrot sticks and 1 tablespoon of low-fat ranch, then we only have 2 grams of fat. So 2 grams of fat is not quite half of this teaspoon, not quite half of it. So is that a healthy snack or an unhealthy snack? Carrots and dip are a great healthy snack. Let's take a look at a stick of butter while we're at it. 1 stick of butter has 90 grams of fat. 90 grams of fat is 18 teaspoons, okay? Thank you for joining me on a trip to the grocery store today. I hope you had fun picking out some snacks.
Thanks for the shopping trip, Miss Fawn. That was great practice for healthy lifestyle number 1, choosing low-fat foods. Healthy lifestyle number 2 is exercise. Let's see what exercise practice Miss Fawn has for us today.
Okay, everybody stand up and push your chairs in. We're gonna do a little exercise for our minds and our bodies. So it's like a memory game with some moves. Okay, so you're gonna repeat after me, and each time we do an exercise, we're gonna have to remember what we did. So it'll make sense as we get started. So to start off with, we're gonna do 1 jumping jack. Ready? Jumping jack. Okay, the next move is another jumping jack. So we're gonna go jumping jack, jumping jack. Okay, the next move is touch your toes. So we're gonna go jumping jack, touch your toes, okay? Now we're gonna add a right leg lunge. So we go jumping jack, touch your toes, lunge. Okay, now we're gonna do the other leg. So how do we start? Jumping jack, touch your toes. We're gonna do a right leg lunge and a left leg lunge. All right, now we're gonna add another jumping jack. So how do we start? We go jumping jack, touch your toes, a right leg lunge, a left leg lunge, and another jumping jack. We're gonna add another jumping jack. Can you remember how this sequence goes? Jumping jack, touch your toes. We're gonna do a right leg lunge and a left leg lunge. Jumping jack. Good job. Okay, now we're adding a squat. Jumping jack, touch your toes, right leg lunge, left leg lunge, jumping jack, squat. Now we add another squat. Jumping jack, touch your toes. We're gonna do a right leg lunge and a left leg lunge. Jumping jack, squat. We're gonna clap at the end. This is our last one. Jumping jack, touch your toes. A right leg lunge, a left leg lunge. Jumping jack, squat, clap. Way to go, class. Okay, push it. You're gonna pull your chairs back out and take a seat. Way to go.
So who's ready for the Healthy Heart Challenge? We're gonna see how much you learned from Hearty and Sir Rebrum. Okay, here's a warm-up question. What does the word cardio mean? Does it mean automobile, heart, a type of radio, or the brain? Heart, very good. And what is it called when the blood going to your brain gets blocked? Is that a heart attack, a bruise, a cut, or a stroke? A stroke. Good job. One way to keep your arteries clean is to choose low-fat foods. Which food below is not considered low-fat? Is it an apple, pretzels, French fries, or water? French fries are definitely not low-fat. Exercising is good for your heart. What happens to your heart when you exercise? Does it beat faster, beat slower, stay the same, or does your heart stop? I don't think it stops. It beats faster. And what does the term vascular mean? Is it a heart valve? Does it mean muscles, arteries and veins, or a disease? Vascular means arteries and veins. Good job.